That could have ended badly.
I hate school. How do I get out of this? So
this is
that's
where
when
it started.
I loved nails. And she was just going to be difficult.
The tea.
You've got something to say? You best say it to my face. I got into doing competitions.
This is like the Met Gala for nails.
And then their nails are just a work of art. I took first place 2 years in a row. What do I want to work in a salon for? This is what I want to do. Scarlett Johansson was there. And I was like, Margot Robbie, Anya Taylor. And that's where I met Taylor Swift. Was that a dream of mine? Yes. If there's something that inspires you, put it down on a piece of paper, put it up so that you can see it. You never know where it's going to take you.
Today on the podcast, we are stepping into the world of high fashion, red carpets, and Hollywood movie sets. My guest today is a visionary artist who treats a tiny nail bed like a canvas for a masterpiece. Lisa Wong is a premier celebrity and editorial nail artist with over 30 years of experience in the beauty industry. From her incredible on-set work creating the gorgeous period looks on Palm Royale and the character styling on Abbott Elementary to dressing the fingertips of elite icons like Taylor Swift, Quinta Brunson, and Allison Janney. Lisa is a true master of her craft. Her work has graced the pages of global magazines and major film campaigns. And today she's here to share her journey, her creative process, and how she builds these incredible visual stories. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Danielle. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. Ever since that time, which we will get to, that you did my nails, I was like, I need Lisa on. I think, first of all, that your job is so fascinating to me because I didn't even know it existed until someone was like, do you want someone to do your nails for the event? And I was like, what do you mean? And then I remember I called you up and you did my nails, but we'll leave that for later. Where were you born?
I was actually born here in LA, Santa Ana, California.
Amazing.
So I grew up in Downey, which isn't too far from here.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
And what did your parents do?
It's just me and my mom. And my mom worked for a plastic company for a while and then went to Southern California Edison.
Okay. It's a good job. It's a really, so did she work for the gas?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great
company,
job.
yep.
And is she still with us?
Yes, my mom is. She lives in Bellflower. She actually lives in my grandparents' house.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Wow. So your grandparents even lived here?
Yes.
So were your grandparents the first ones that moved to California from wherever in the world?
Yes, my grandmother is my mom's stepmom.
Your grandmother is your mom's stepmom. Okay.
So, and she was from Michigan.
Okay.
My grandfather was from Texas, but moved to Michigan to work at Chrysler.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense. Because all the cars in Michigan.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Worked there. That's how they met. And then they moved to California. Bought the house that my mom is living in now.
I say it like that because I feel like it's always so ahead of their time. Like you never feel, because I think we talked about this the first time, is there's not a lot of people that are native to California.
Correct.
And then when you hear that they're just not native, but their parents are also native to California.
Right.
Is like another kind of this anomaly of like, wait, what?
I know.
So I absolutely love that. So your grandparents are the ones that came here from Michigan and Texas.
Correct.
Wow. Very cool. And first time they got here, it was in Downey.
They were in Bellflower. They went straight to Bellflower.
That's where they were. And so growing up in Downey, what was it like growing up in Southern California? I mean, I know what it was like, but what was it like for you?
For me, I mean, Downey was just kind of a cool spot because we were halfway in between Disneyland and downtown LA. So you had like the best of both going on.
Oh, wow.
I went to Downey High School. That produced a few people. Karen Carpenter, her brother went to Downey High School.
What?
So, yeah. And the year, I'm going to date myself. Here I go. I graduated in 86.
That's okay. You look amazing, Lisa.
Thank you.
Like, you're fine.
So
wear that with pride. You're like, I was born in 80s. I graduated in 86 and I look like this. Thank you very much.
Karen Carpenter's brother, when she passed away, it was a big thing at our high school. So we had created this beautiful platform area and dedication area for her. And her brother came and was hanging out at the school. So that was pretty interesting.
So you were close proximity to LA still. I mean, you're kind of in between these two huge tourist attractions of both Disneyland and LA. And then on top of it, that close proximity means that you're closely to to the celebrities that existed in LA.
Yes, but at that time,
Yeah.
I never thought I would be doing this.
See, and we're going to have to, I
That's-
cannot wait
yeah, because
to hear
there's
the
just-
trajectory.
yeah.
Did you know you loved nails, or were you super into like makeup, hair, nails when you were a little girl?
It was hair. Hair. Yeah, I went to cosmetology school, so I've got my full ride for doing hair. And because it was me and my mom, when I was younger, I grew up around 3 girls.
Okay.
The lady that used to take care of me when I went to school, she had 3 daughters, all with long blonde hair. Well, 2 of them had long blonde hair. The other one had dark hair. So I was braiding hair at a very young age. I was always around people that were hairstylists. One of my mom's very best friends was a hairstylist. So that was kind of like the trajectory I was headed towards.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I loved doing hair at the beginning.
Yeah. At the beginning.
At the beginning.
So it shifted.
It shifted.
Now, so you just gravitated towards it. If somebody wanted their hair braided, you did it. Somebody wanted something done. Did you also like do curling and stuff like everything?
Yep.
From what age? When you say
my
young, like
gosh.
how young?
I'm going to say 12, 13.
Oh my God, I would have needed you. I needed you so bad in high school. I desperately needed a friend to know how to do my hair. And so you loved it. You knew you wanted to get into it. And at 12, 13, did you know I want to do this? Or it was just like, I just love this?
I think it was just, I just love this. And
Okay.
it wasn't until I got into high school and I was thinking, I hate school. Like, how do I get out of this? And the only thing that came to mind was, you know what? I'm going to go to cosmetology school while I'm still in high school.
Yeah.
Because at that time, they had ROP,
Yeah.
an ROP
What's
program.
ROP? It sounds so familiar.
I don't even know what it stands for, but it
what
was
was
like
the-
you could go to either a community college for a work-related profession.
Okay. It's almost like trade schools.
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
trade schools.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, I decided that's what I want to do. I was like, I don't like accounting. I don't like this, and I don't like school. Period. It was just not one of my fun things. I loved swimming.
Oh.
I loved having fun at school.
Yeah.
You know, sneaking out the windows, that kind of stuff.
The social aspect.
The
of
social
schools.
aspect of it was great. But
Was there any class you loved in school or liked in school? Did you like Did you like reading or did you like math or did you just hate the structure of school? Which I get.
I liked PE.
Did you like to work out or did you just like that you weren't
No,
in class?
but I didn't like working. But you give me swimming, you make me play baseball, you make
yeah.
me play football. That kind of stuff was fun for me.
So
I
you had
loved
a good
that.
time.
Yeah.
So you were always athletic.
Yeah.
And did you play any sports?
No.
Okay. But you swam.
I swam.
And did you start knowing how to swim from a really young age?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And why was that? Just proximity to a
The
pool?
apartment complex that we lived in when I was really young had a swimming pool. And at that time, they didn't have fences around the swimming pools. So
think about that.
I had to be maybe 4 years old.
Yeah.
My mom would put, you know, the orange life vest, that buckle.
Yep.
Yeah. She'd have that on me.
Yeah.
And as I'm making it down the stairs, I'm unbuckling it so that I ran and jumped into the pool. That went up and I went down and I learned how to swim.
That was
Drove my
it?
mom nuts because she was not a good swimmer.
Okay.
So I learned to swim and then it turned into this game of let's see how many times we can go across the pool
Yeah.
underwater.
Of course.
back.
Of course.
And back.
And what was your record?
I
you
think I
remember?
did 4 times. So
Okay.
up and back, up and
Yeah.
back without coming up for air.
That's pretty impressive. How big was this pool?
It wasn't that big.
Okay.
It was just like, it looked like a little kidney-shaped pool,
Yeah,
a little
yeah, yeah.
bean.
I can
you know.
imagine
It wasn't
it.
that big,
Yeah.
but it had 3 feet at one end and 8.5 feet at the other.
Okay. So
So-
it's not, you couldn't stand
No,
at all. That was,
no, I was tiny. So
I love that you just gravitated towards it too. That you were like, no, I'm going to learn how to do this. It didn't scare you.
drove my mom nuts because she was not a good swimmer. We ended up in Hawaii one year and I fell asleep on my little raft out in the water. She had to get somebody to come get me and he flipped me off the raft.
No.
It's just floating
That could have ended badly.
badly.
That could have been.
I know.
But I mean, at least you're comfortable. You're comfortable in the water, which I mean, think any parent, it's why there's those fences and stuff. Like everyone wishes their child to be a good swimmer just because the likelihood of things happening. That's amazing that you did that.
That was fun. Yeah.
But it sounds like you had such a beautiful childhood.
I did. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was great. Rode my bike all the time.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle took me everywhere with them, so that was fantastic.
And where was everywhere? Where are some of the
They
places you went?
had a cabin up in the San Gabriel Canyon.
Oh,
And it was so much fun. There was only like 5 cabins back there.
Yeah.
But you had to cross a river 31 times, one river. So
Okay.
in 2.5 miles, it took you an hour and a half to go 2.5 miles. So you had to have a 4-wheel drive to get in.
Yes.
There was gated areas. So
yes.
yeah.
But this sounds amazing and a beautiful escape from the busyness.
It was so fun. There was a swing. There was a cabin across from them that had a swing that you would swing down and try to get out of the swing and climb the tree.
Okay, wait, explain this. So there's a swing. Okay, yeah.
It's on a hill.
Okay.
So you start out here
Yeah.
way back, and then you'll come down and there's nothing below you. And then there's a couple of trees. And then you would hit the tree, you'd grab a hold of it and try to climb out of the swing. I know. Stupid stuff.
I mean, listen, I love the stupid stuff, especially because it's like just fun stuff where you're like, I'm just going to do it. Did anyone ever get injured doing it?
No.
Okay, there you go.
But the fun part was when I was younger is I got to hold the flashlights while my uncle and all of his drunk friends decided to do it. So all I got to do is shine the flashlight, and all of a sudden you'd hear thud.
So they might have gotten injured, but they didn't let their pride didn't allow them to tell anyone if they were actually hurting.
Yeah.
Okay, and alcohol, liquid courage.
Liquid courage.
So you had aunts and uncles. Were those the only aunts and uncles you had here? Or did you have a bigger family?
I have a bigger family, but some aunts and uncles are in Texas.
Okay, so you still have some family in Texas.
Have family in Texas.
Do you get to visit at all?
Now and then, but they've been coming out here, so I get to see them when they come here. So yeah,
But again, it does sound like you had a phenomenal childhood.
I did.
Do you mind me asking, did something happen to your father?
I didn't know my dad.
Okay.
I didn't know my dad up until 5 years ago. But I only found out about him. He already passed away.
Oh.
But I found out about him because, again, here goes those DNA little
Yes.
23andMe, and my daughter caught up on it, and she's like, Mom, we have cousins, you have sisters, you have this. And I'm like, wait, I'm not ready for this. And she was getting a hold of people, and I was like, so I actually have 3 sisters and a brother, 2 sisters that live here, and I've met 2 of them.
And what was that like?
Really strange. It was really strange because I've been an only child.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you feel a connection with them when you met them? Or was it kind of like, we're connected, but we weren't raised together?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was more like it.
Did you see yourself in them? Like the way visually you look?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can imagine that would be.
But it was just strange.
Yeah.
Just strange. I don't know. That one was a little crazy one.
So that was just 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was about 5 years ago.
Are you happy your daughter did that?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible sister, I will say.
Why?
I'm a horrible sister because I'm not a reach out and say, hey, you guys, what are you doing? I mean, because I'm so used to being alone all my life that it just, I'm doing good enough just reaching out to nieces and nephews and cousins and stuff like that where we've got a big amount of them here. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
But they are the sweetest people. Jerry is wonderful. So, you know.
It's beautiful though it's beautiful. Your daughter was excited to do that for you. So it's beautiful that she was doing that for you to try to, figure out the family tree.
Exactly.
Okay, going back to the upbringing. So in high school, you hated high school. Did you always hate school? Even in junior high? Did you ever like it then?
It was all right.
Okay.
It was,
so it wasn't your thing.
It just wasn't. Like, I knew I didn't want to go to college and be stuck in more schooling.
I get it. No, I get it. You're like, I didn't either. So I totally understand it. And so then you said you started ROP, which is like the trade school, when you were still in high school?
Yes.
Okay.
So I started the summer before my junior year of high school.
Oh, wow. So early.
Yeah.
You knew.
I was I was determined to graduate cosmetology school before I ended high school.
So you're a go-getter.
So that's what I was hoping for, but it didn't work out that way because I started cosmetology school right before my junior year. So I was going full time. And you had to have completed 10th grade or be 16 years of age.
Okay.
I completed 10th grade, but I wasn't 16 until my junior year in September.
Got it.
So I started, and I think I went, June, July, started in August, and then they realized that I wasn't 16 yet.
How did they not realize this?
I don't know.
There's papers, there's documents. You write your birthday down?
I don't know. I have no clue,
so what did
but
they
it took,
do?
they said I had to stop going. And at first, they weren't going to give me the hours that I had already done.
And you paid for, I'm assuming, too,
Yes.
to go to the school.
Yes.
So they just weren't going to give you your hours.
Correct. We sat and spoke to them and they were like, you know what? You just need to stop until you turn 16. Once you turn 16, you come back. We'll keep the hours that you've gained
Good.
because it was full time.
Good.
I was going 5 days a week. So that was a lot of hours that I would have had to.
Was you remember the month you stopped in? What you said it was like June, and then we had to wait till September, you said?
No, it was like August.
Okay.
It was like the beginning of August. And so I couldn't go back until I turned 16.
And when was that? When's your birthday?
September 26th.
Okay.
So
Are you a Virgo?
no.
Oh, you're after a Virgo. Are you, a Libra?
Yes.
Okay, so after your birthday. So you just had to take that was just that little bit
It
of
was
time
a
off.
couple weeks off.
You're like, are you guys kidding me?
yeah.
Okay.
But it was fun because I went to high school
Yeah.
for 4 hours and then I was off for the rest of the day. I was like, this is perfect.
So is that
Till
how that
noon.
works?
Yeah, I would go into school
Yeah.
at 8 something and then get off at noon.
Okay.
And then I would usually run over to my grandparents' house, change my clothes,
Yeah.
and head to cosmetology school because it was at Cerritos College.
Yeah.
So it was just down the street from them. So that was like, and I had to be there from 1 to 5.
Yeah, high school was never for you. Schooling was never
No.
for you. It's not for everybody. But I love that you took the initiative. And it sounds like your family supported you in that.
Yes.
Like no one was like, no, you need to go to college. You need to go to school.
No.
So they supported it completely.
Yeah, my grandfather, if it would have been up to him, he would have been like, you need to be riding horses so that we could put you on a horse so that you could win.
What did he do?
He loved it. He liked to just go to the horse races.
No way.
He was a horse race person. So him and his buddies would go to the horse races. And because I was so small, they were like, you need to stay small so you can ride the horses and we can bet on you, babe.
Oh my gosh. But just horse racing. So not like the people that barrel race and stuff like that. Now, was this one is Santa Anita racetrack, right? Mm-hmm. So did he go? Mm-hmm. So did you go to the Santa Anita racetrack going to
I did.
Oh my gosh. So you knew how to like place those bets at horse.
No, I just
you
went to hang out with Grandpa.
With
It
Grandpa.
was just Grandpa and his buddies, and I got to go hang out with them. That's all that mattered.
But what great memories.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Is Santa Anita racetrack is still there? Or did it end up having to close?
It's still there. It's
Okay.
just closed to racing. I think they still do trainings over there.
Got it, but
I
they
don't
stopped.
think- But I'm not positive, so I don't know that for sure.
But that's so if he had it his way, you would have been on a horse. Did you like horses? Did you even know how to ride a horse?
No, had no clue.
He was like, this is what I want you to do, but I have no way to get you to do it.
Exactly.
But everyone else in your life supported this.
Yes.
And so did
For
he,
going to
obviously.
cosmetology school,
Yes.
Yep.
And so how long is the school process? Like how long does that take, the going to the cosmetology school?
It's 1,600 hours. So
it's hours.
So at that time, it was 1,600 hours.
Okay.
So for most people, that's a full year of full time.
Okay.
But because I was going part-time,
Yeah.
it took me, I literally graduated cosmetology school a week after I graduated high school.
That's
1
kinda-
week after.
That's kind of cool though.
It was.
So you got to like do your graduation for school, be like, bye, and then actually do the one that you were super excited about.
Right. And my very first job
Yeah.
after I got my license was Cal State Long Beach campus.
And what did you
They
do?
had a salon on the campus. So I got to go work there, and people that I went to high school with that were going to school there would come to me to get their hair cut.
What was your favorite, like, when I was going to school, and I'm a completely oblivious when it comes to hair. I can't even work my way around a curling iron. This is heatless curlers that I figured out how to figure out. Did you like certain things? Did you like styling? Did you like coloring? Did you like cutting? Was there any one thing that you gravitated towards?
Perms.
What? And what year?
Loved perms.
What year was this that you were that you were doing the perms then? Because you graduated 86.
Yep. So 85.
They were the rave.
85.
Oh my gosh. Lisa, the amount of people's hair that
I was
you
perming.
like. My sister got a perm even. My mom loved the big perm hair.
Yep.
Do you think they'll ever make a comeback?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do.
I feel like
think
they will.
I think it will. It's just going to be in bigger rollers or different styles. I mean, my favorite thing was to do long hair and do the long spirals. And you had the rods that were this long and you were like, for days.
That's exactly what my sister had. And she loved it.
And they were just beautiful, bouncy curls that just kind of like, and you see so many people that have naturally curly hair like that. And you're like, everybody was dying for that look.
They were. And I love that look.
It was so pretty.
But Lisa, I'm just so, like, that was, those were the best years. Like, the late 80s. Oh, with the big hair and everything. Oh my God, it's fantastic.
It was great.
And did you yourself have long hair then?
Yes.
Okay. Did you yourself give yourself
I
a
did
perm?
the whole wave.
Yeah. No, the one side or down the middle, Farrah Fawcett style?
That one side.
Oh my gosh, I love this. That was what you loved to do, was the perms. You were now working at the college, doing all of your friends' hair in the 80s, which is just cool in itself.
Exactly.
You were living the best life,
It was
sounds
so
like.
much fun.
And then where did you go from there?
From there, I decided to get married.
Oh. Are you still married to that?
Not to that one.
Okay. Like not
Not
that one?
to that one.
You got a better one. So how did you meet your husband at the time?
We knew each other when we were kids. So it was just a weird thing. His brother and I were actually really close friends. We were the same age, and he was Brett's older brother.
Really?
Yeah. So we ended up together, and
Yeah.
we got married young.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was 18 when we got married.
Wait, so all of this happened? Like graduating high school, graduating cosmetology school, then getting
turn around
married?
and getting married. Right away.
Wow, you did it fast. Yeah. Did you feel like it was fast at the time, or were you just like excited and living in the moment?
I think it was just living in the moment.
Yeah, which is amazing. I mean, that's all we want.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. How long were you married to?
We were married almost 17 years. I have 2 daughters.
That's a long time. Wow. And you have 2 daughters?
2 daughters, Shiloh and Shawnee.
Amazing.
So Shiloh, I had her when I was 20.
Yeah.
And then Shawnee at 23.
Okay.
So
you waited. The great part is you waited to have kids, which at least the nice thing is you got to have a couple years before having kids with, your husband.
It was pretty funny, though, because there was many times when I'd go into the grocery store and you've got 2 kids with you and people are looking at me. And if you think I look young now, put no makeup on me, hair pulled up in a ponytail and walking around with 2 kids, everybody's like, oh, the poor thing. She must have gotten pregnant at a young age.
But you know what?
And I'm like, yeah, I was married first.
But like, it is great that you look as young as you do. Like, own that, because my gosh, Lisa, you look so good.
Oh, thank you.
That's just good genes right there. You're like, thanks, Mom and Dad.
I know. My daughters are like, yeah, she looks more like my sister than she does my mom.
Yeah.
Because everybody, once we're together, then they're like, your mother? No. I'm like, yeah.
That's a good problem to have, I would say. And then, does your mom look young as well? Did you get that from your mom?
Yeah. She does. Yep. She stayed very young looking too.
Yeah. So. I wonder if there's what else is the secret I need to know is what I'm asking, Lisa.
Honestly, well, after we got married, we moved out of the state. We moved out of California and moved to Montana. So this face did not have sun for most of the year for 16 years away from
Lisa,
California.
You moved to Montana?
Moved to Montana, then to Idaho.
Okay. Wait. Take me back. What did your ex-husband do?
He was in construction.
So what was the reason to move to Montana?
His family had a place in a small town called Salmon, Idaho.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, we are not moving there, because it was literally 3 hours from any major airport.
And you were coming from a place that was sandwiched in between LA and Disneyland.
So he showed me Montana in the middle of summer, where it was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And look, we could buy a house and we could do this and we could do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So we did. Had my youngest daughter in Montana. Had my oldest daughter here. And you would think those two would have flip-flopped, because my oldest daughter actually has a house up in Hayden, Idaho. So she loves, Idaho is her home.
Okay.
And Shawnee was born in Montana, but she calls California her home. She's like, oh, I've never moved back there. No.
So
it's just,
interesting.
so different.
But what did you enjoy? As I'm assuming once the winter hit is when you were like, what did I do?
Yep. Exactly. What did I do? But at that time, the kids were little. This was good.
Yeah.
You know, you just roll with it. And
Did you feel the quality of life was different there though?
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
And do you feel like raising the kids out of state was better in regards to schooling and stuff
Yes.
for the most part?
Yes.
How old were they when you came back to California?
Shawnee came with me. So at that point, we had gotten divorced, and Shawnee was living with me. So that's my youngest. And Shiloh stayed in Idaho. She was already in high school. So she was in her freshman year of high school. And Shawnee was getting ready to go into high school. Well, wait a minute. Nope. Sorry. Backwards. Shiloh was in her junior year of high school. Shawnee was getting ready to go into high school. So I either had to make the decision to move before she went into high school, or we were going to be there for 4 more years.
Yeah, she was going to stay
Yeah.
there. Okay. So you made the decision so she came
Yeah,
with
and
you.
she was like, let's go to California. Okay, because all my family was still back here.
No, it makes sense. You want to go where you're comfortable when you're going through something like that.
Yeah,
You did Montana and Idaho for what? In total, that would have been how many years?
16 years.
So it was 16 years. So wow. You did it all.
Yeah.
And did you like Montana and Idaho?
It was beautiful.
Okay.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I'm just not a cold person. I don't like the cold. And I feel like the older you get, the less cold weather you want to be in. So that was part of what brought me back, let alone my mom was still here. My aunts, uncles, my grandparents, everybody was still here. So I wanted to be back home.
And when you came back, was it just like,
My aunt was so excited.
Yeah.
My Aunt Susan, because then I was already starting to date my husband. And she was like, thank you so much for bringing her back home.
is that what brought you back home too?
Part of it, yeah, because he was living in Northern California. So he was moving to Southern California. And he's like, what are you going to do? You're either moving with me or you're staying there. What are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm coming.
And how did you meet him?
We met through work.
Okay, wait, take me back. Were you doing cosmetology? Sorry, were you still doing hair in Montana and Idaho?
I was. I was doing
Okay.
hair in Montana
Okay.
and nails. So
this is
that's
where
when
it started.
the evolution started. So
Lisa, I got so into your story that I was like,
I know.
that's right. Yes,
What
your
are we
profession.
here for?
So yes, you were doing hair in Montana, got in, and you started to get into nails.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
I loved nails. I always loved nails, even when I was my very first job at Cal State Long Beach campus. So it always came with me. In Montana, I started doing both.
Okay.
And I got to the point where people would come in to get their hair cut, and I'd be like, please tell me you just want to trim. Please tell me you just want to trim. Because I was tired of it. But yet
Interesting.
I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking of nail designs and writing them down on a piece of paper next to the bed.
So it was the artistry. It was really
It was
the
just
design.
a fun design. Colors, combinations. And at that time, acrylic nails were the big thing.
I remember my mom was obsessed with the French tip, even the long, like, oh my gosh, you're taking me back to all those memories.
Yeah.
So but did you learn how to do acrylic nails in cosmetology school? So they taught you that.
Cosmetology was your umbrella.
Okay.
So you learned hair.
Okay.
You learned facials. Very little bit of facials.
Okay.
You learned nails. You learned pedicures. You learned a little bit of everything, coloring and cutting and perming and everything. Whereas now the schools have they've separated things. Like
now they have.
They've separated a lot. So when you go to cosmetology school, you're learning mostly hair stuff.
Okay.
You get little blips of nails, but not enough to be proficient in it.
Got it. You have to specifically go to somewhere that teaches nail design and nail. What is that called? Nail artistry? Nail design? Nail. But they taught you at where you went back then.
Exactly.
And so you learned, so you knew the basics, but then you knew you loved it, but you knew that wasn't what you wanted to do at the time. You still loved hair more.
Right. I was still doing it. And then I was like slowly getting into it here and there to where I started doing my own nails. And I was kind of picky when it came to doing my nails. Like if somebody did my nails, there were certain things that you were like, I don't like this, or I don't like this, or this is too thick. So I started doing my own. And I got mine to where I liked the way they looked. So then that's when I'd start pulling in friends. Let me do your nails. Let me do your nails. Let me do your nails. And then I just loved it and got to where I just didn't even want to do hair anymore.
What was the reason you wanted to get away from hair? What was it that it was like just you'd
Couple clients.
really?
They drove me nuts.
Why? What did they do?
They were just, I had one client who was just picky about everything. She showed up one time. She was supposed to get a perm. She had an appointment the day before.
Okay.
Now we're in Montana at the time. So the very following day, I was only working a short 5-hour shift.
Okay.
That was because we were leaving that night to come to California. And we used to drive. So from Montana to here, we would drive. She showed up like hour 4 of my day. And she was like, I have an appointment for my hair to get done. And I'm like, no, you don't. Your appointment was yesterday. And she goes, no, it wasn't. And so she was like, well, I want it done and I want you to do it. And I was torn because we knew her family. It was one of those weird things where you know each other's family and she was just going to be difficult. So I stayed, I kept my mouth shut, and I just did her hair. But it threw me like 2 hours later than what I wanted to be home. And then that little situation came up a couple weeks later in front of a bunch of people that we equally knew. And I just kind of blew up and I was like, I'm done with this.
What do you mean it came up? Like she brought it up in a group setting?
Yep.
And did you
She brought it up in a group setting. I was in the back room at my friend's house laying down because I was the PMSy.
Okay.
Don't get a Mexican girl PMSy and try and talk about her at the same time. No, not good.
So,
and she was in there saying stuff about me to other people. And that was it. I lost it. I got up off that bed. I'm like, you've got something to say? You best say it to my face because, girl, this is not going to happen here. You're not going to do this. And my friend looks at me and she's like, uh-oh, can you guys go outside, please? And I'm like, get out.
And did she?
She just was like, I didn't like the fact that you did it. And and I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this hair stuff. I'm done with you. I don't want nothing to do with it.
So it was a client. Oh my God. What an epic way for it to end though. You went out with like fireworks and all.
A bang.
Did you ever end up kind of intermingling with that person after? Nope. I mean, I figured
it was done. It was done. And even my boss at the salon that I was at, she's like, that's just fine. She goes, I knew who she was, so no worries.
It was difficult.
It was difficult.
But you did stop doing hair after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like my kids and family and stuff like that. But I would never work in a salon doing hair.
Okay.
And then I just worked in a salon doing nails.
And was it did you immediately start doing nails?
Flipped over doing nails and that was it.
And was that salon also doing nails?
In the same salon.
I was going to ask. I was like, it's the same.
I started out in that salon and then after I had my daughter, I ended up moving to the area that I lived in because where I lived was in a little town called Hamilton, Montana. It was down the Bitterroot River, so it was 50 minutes from Missoula, Montana. So I worked in Missoula, but lived over there. So now I quit working over in Missoula and decided to work in Hamilton and in a little salon. The girls that I worked with, 2 of them I still keep in touch with. Which is so funny to think about. So
but that's the best. That's when you know it was a friendship that was meant to be. Things are meant to be.
Yeah.
When you kind of have those. But that was a different place than the one that you had the hair. So the one that you had, the woman with the hair, was in Missoula.
Yes.
When you started doing nails, did you run into her ever again?
Oh yeah, we would run into each other quite often because we all lived really close by.
Oh my goodness.
But I just was like, hi. And kept going.
And you're like, whatever, I'm done with hair anyways. I'm done with you.
Yep.
And then how long were you at the new salon that you moved to?
Oh, we were there for 4 years.
And is that where you really got to, you just got to explain how did that happen? Like, what did you love doing the most? And like,
oh, I just loved doing acrylic nails. It was like the smell of the acrylic was amazing. Maybe that's why I'm a little,
No, no. It is a good, it reminds me of my mom with that smell because she always got her acrylic. I would always sit there as a kid, get her acrylic nails done.
So that was a lot of fun and getting to know people on that level of doing nails. And then I got into doing competitions in Montana. Yeah, there's competitions for nails.
Elaborate, please.
Okay, so beauty supplies, they would have trade shows.
Yeah.
So we had a beauty supply company that serviced most of Montana because it's not that, I mean, it's big, but it's not that big.
Yeah.
Every year they would have a trade show where you would go and purchase your products. They would have big sales, and then they would do competitions.
Yeah.
Nail competitions, doing a full set of nails.
Yeah.
And how long it takes to do it. And they would have judges that would look at your structure, how long it took, whether all of from the French manicures would match perfectly, how the polish went on, if there was any divots or imperfections, because with red nail polish, you see everything.
Only with red?
Well, that was their one that they would use the most because you could notice any little highs and lows and divots and scratches and anything out of place, and making sure that the nails looked good with the length and style of the fingers. Yeah.
Does this still exist now?
Oh, yeah.
Do you still go?
I go to bigger ones that do crazy stuff. Like they do full fantasy nail art stuff.
Do you do fantasy nail art stuff? What is fantasy nail art stuff?
They'll pick a theme.
Yeah.
You create the nails according to that theme. So you can make...
This is like the Met Gala for nails.
Exactly. It's exactly that.
Lisa, this is so cool.
It's crazy stuff.
It's just a world I know nothing about.
It's nuts.
Like, that's so cool. So I'm going to try not to act super. So you went to this nail competition, nail, it's almost like best in show for nails.
Yes.
And so you were doing where everything's getting judged, every little thing. And did you started that the first year you started working at the salon, or when did you start getting into that?
No, I'm trying to think what year it was, because Shawnee was probably...
I love that every time in your life is based on how old was my
daughter? Exactly.
How old was she?
I think Shawnee was 2.
Okay.
Because it was this place called Anaconda, Montana. They had this hot springs there. So the kids would like to go because then they could go swimming in the hot springs.
Yeah.
It was the best. And they would have these trade shows there. And it was fun. And you'd take your model and you would do a whole full set of nails on the model from beginning to end. And they would time you.
Oh.
So say 2 people had the same score, they would go off who finished first.
So you were being timed too.
You were getting timed too.
So even that was against you. Like, I got to do it perfect, but I got to do it fast. Mm-hmm. Did you love it?
I loved it. It was fun. And doing the structure and stuff like that, just the simple stuff, that's what I liked. The fantasy stuff that's all out there now is so above and beyond a talent that is all its own.
I don't even understand what that means, but I'm assuming it's just you're wearing a full piece of art. It's not.
That's exactly.
I'm assuming not a usable. Can you still use your hands when it's
you should
art
see it
like
when
that?
they're walking around a show floor. They're walking like this because there's pieces and stuff dangling off of them. And some people have done a geisha look where the makeup, the hair, the clothing, and then their nails are just a work of art of just walking around like this.
This is
so cool.
I'm shocked that thinking about this, though, I'm shocked that they don't do more things like that for the Met Gala. I've never really seen anyone at the Met Gala do artistry, huge art pieces, which is the place to do it.
It would be great to do it. But it's also the timing to be able to do something like that because you would have to know what the theme is for the Met Gala.
Yep.
You find your artist and they would have to create this work of art, and it takes hours and tons of time because most of at the shows, they've already got them pre-made. Most of it's all pre-made.
Got it.
They are putting finishing touches. They have an hour to put finishing touches on. Yeah. But for the majority of it, they've already pre-made the nails ahead of time, and then they put them in their ensemble.
So you've attended these, you love them. I'm fascinated by that. You never did those ones.
No.
And when you did the other ones, the other competitions, did you win anything?
Yes. I took first place 2 years in a row.
No way.
Yeah, it was fun.
So you really turned this passion for what you thought was hair turned into nails. Waking up in the middle of the night to draw things.
I know.
And then you were winning competitions at nail.
Yeah. And they were small competitions. It's not like there
Don't
is now.
no. Do not.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
You won first place. Don't ever minimize that.
It was a lot of fun. It was challenging.
Yeah.
And then at that point, a nail company called Creative Nail Design kept coming to me going, hey, we want you to use our products. You need to try our products.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So they
Are they good?
Yeah. They came to my salon.
Okay.
Basically switched out all my products for their products, which was beautiful.
Yeah.
Their stuff was amazing.
Name the company one more time. Say the name.
Creative Nail Design.
Okay, so they came in and changed out everything.
Yep. And then they started being like, you need to work with us. You need to work for us.
And
So I ended up doing that. I ended up in 97 going to what they call boot camp
yeah,
for nails for their company and educated for them.
educated as in like taught people how to do nails.
How to use their product and do nails. So I've flown all over the place and gotten to see so many neat things and traveled all over the states teaching and educating for creative nail design.
Was their stuff specifically for acrylic nails or
Yes.
did they do okay, so their specific products were for acrylics. I'm going to say it again. I'm so fascinated by your life. Like so fascinated.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's so much fun, but it's just something I never knew. I think people probably listening never
No.
knew that this is an option. You think nails, you think, oh, the place
Go
I
into
go.
the salon and just pay your $40 to
Yes.
get your nails done. But the time and effort that we took into teaching and educating and getting ourselves educated, it's a lot.
It is. And the artistry, like
And the
you're saying,
artistry,
when you find,
correct.
like, even I know, I mean, I don't do fake nails. I did it when I was a kid and then you did my nails. And I mean, I immediately noted, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But a lot of times I feel like it's hard to find somebody that's really good at nails. Like, you know, when someone's good and when someone's like, you're like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're phenomenal.
Oh,
like
thank
you're
you.
obviously, I mean, you got first place and you're going around the world supporting, promoting companies that want to work with you directly. So you really turned your passion into your profession.
Yeah.
You continued to do it and never stopped.
Correct.
And how long did you work for that company for? How long did you travel around and tell people
I
about?
was with them for almost 17 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Working for Creative Nail Design is what introduced me to the onset
Okay.
scene. So when I came back and moved back to California, I was working with the company still, doing stuff for them in their main office out in
Okay.
Oceanside, California.
Yeah.
They got a call from a production for the show Ugly Betty. Remember Ugly Betty?
Yes.
America Ferrera and all of that.
Are you kidding me?
It was, and that was the first show, first set of people I ever worked with.
Were you so?
And it was amazing. I was like, work in a salon? What do I want to work in a salon for? This is what I want to do.
Oh my gosh. So it was Ugly Betty and going on to set to do nails on Ugly Betty that got you onto sets.
Yep.
And the
That's the
rest is
start.
history from there. And after that, were you like, I'm never going back to salon. I only want to do sets.
Yep.
Where did you go from there?
From there, it was little things. It was meeting other nail techs that
Okay.
were already in the industry
Yep.
and helping them out, and then meeting their agents. And then there you go. Once you met an agent and they liked that you wanted to work with them, then you're like, okay. And then they started introducing you to more, and then you learn production people. Then you meet more celebrities, and it was just amazing.
Could you ever have imagined
No.
that nails were going to take you there?
Nope.
You said you wake up in the middle of the night and like jot down designs. Have you been able to do all those designs yet that you remember kind of envisioning?
Oh yeah. They were real simple designs. They weren't anything elaborate, but they were just like fun flowers, flowy flowers, or two colors, and how you're going to get these little swirly effects down the middle of the two colors.
Yep.
And, they were fairly simple stuff. Now we're doing so much more. I got asked to do eyeballs, animate eyeballs on nails.
Wow.
I was up for hours doing those things on nails.
Designing them or doing them on her?
Doing them on a tip
Then
so that I
putting
could
that
put them
on.
on her. Yeah.
So going back a little bit, did you always draw when you were a kid? Were you-
No.
Oh, wow. So is this a talent you just discovered?
It just kind of like popped in, and it would only work on certain things.
Interesting.
Or I'm more of an abstract person. So
Okay.
give me anything that's flowy and fun and not perfect lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really good with that. But when you give me too many perfect lines, I'm like, let me think of the easiest way to do this.
Yeah. Do you think you'd ever do that, like the competition where it's like the artistry stuff, or no? It's not. That's
No.
so you're somewhere in that. You're like, I don't want just the simple or straight lines or that type of stuff. I want abstract, but I'm not going to go as far as to
Do that. No.
Yeah.
That stuff is crazy
It
stuff.
sounds like it.
It's really neat and it's fascinating
Yeah.
to think what the imagination is
Mm-hmm.
of the nail professional that is actually doing that and where they're
Yeah.
seeing how they got certain things done. It amazed me.
I'm really going to look into this after because I definitely want to go and check some of these out because it's open to the public, I'm assuming, in regards to like buying tickets to go see or no?
No, it's it's professionals only.
What?
Usually,
They need to make this open to the public.
No, I'm actually at the end of this month. I'm headed to Orlando, Florida. Has a big show, and I can't wait to go because it's like 2 football fields big of hair, nails, anything aesthetic.
And only professionals.
It's supposed to be professional only.
Oh, that makes me sad. I feel like they should open this up a little bit.
They used to have a show.
Okay.
It was called Nailed It. And
Sounds like a cheerleading
it was
thing,
one
but
of those
it's
things where
nails.
you've got 10 people
Yeah.
and here's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your chore and go back, do it. You have so much time to do it. And then they get judged and
Yeah.
somebody gets voted off type thing. So,
it was like
nailed
that.
it. Yeah.
How cool. And then, okay, going back to you getting onto sets now. I just want them, I need to talk to somebody because I'd like the competition to be something I could go to because I really want to go and attend. But obviously they're not going to listen to me. But going back to being on sets, after Ugly Betty, where did you continue to do sets?
I started doing commercials, just whatever.
Yeah.
It was getting called here and there for little things. It
Okay.
wasn't a lot, not like now to where I'm full time just doing stuff on set.
Okay.
But it could be commercial. It could be something for Target. It could have been somebody getting their nail. I was doing Fifth Harmony, the girls from Fifth Harmony. So
yeah.
for a while there, it was all of them.
Okay.
And it just all depended what our agent decided to say, hey,
This is
we have you are you available for this job?
yeah.
Here's the rate. Do you want to do it? And I was saying yes to everything. Yes, sure. Yes, sure.
Did you have something you loved more than anything? Like when it came to editorials or commercials or music videos or television or film, was there one that you preferred?
No.
You loved them all?
I liked them all. It was a different, for me, I think it was the location, the meeting different people,
Yeah.
learning everybody's little stories, or showing up on set for something and not knowing who you were doing and being surprised with that one.
That happened? Mm-hmm. Who did it end up
I
being?
went to do a commercial and it was Scarlett Johansson was there. And I was like,
So did they not tell you on purpose?
I don't know if it was just that they didn't say on purpose. They just left the name off the call sheet.
What?
And I think it could have been just because at that time she was like Black Widow and the whole thing. And that was really, and she was adorable. She was super sweet. Loved her.
I love that.
So it
and
was
so you
really
did her
nice.
nails
Yep,
for that.
I got to do her nails for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's such a unique thing because it's an intimate, makeup and hair, I can speak from an actress standpoint. I don't know. There's a difference between with a hand. You can talk to the person. It feels this intimacy because you're looking at each other.
That's because we got to do that. But there's so many times, like for Abbott Elementary,
this.
I'm on set. She's like this. She's getting her makeup done.
Everything.
And I'm working on her hands.
So does that happen
Like
a
that.
lot?
That happens a lot.
Oh, I love
Where, you don't get the personable time.
That's
you
sad.
have to just work alongside, which is fine.
I loved it though. I'm glad we got that.
Yeah.
I loved that I sat
I
there
love
and
it,
looked
too.
right at you and talked to you for the entire time.
I get to do that with a few of my people. So
Yeah.
that makes it nice.
But it does make sense. I have seen that happen before. And what am I talking about? Someone like, they just came in. I didn't even know they were there. That's how crazy it was. But I remember that happening once. They just put a coat on real quick for this editorial shoot. And they did the hair, they did the makeup real quick. And I was like, okay, we're shooting because we had no time. So I know exactly what that's like. But that makes it harder.
Depending on what it is,
That job, like
it can be hard.
because you're trying to do it while
You've got stuff on your lap. You've got stuff here. You're trying to do this. They're getting this done. And their other hand is on their phone.
Nowadays. Oh, wow. So you
that
even
makes
have
it
that.
a
You're like,
little
please,
difficult.
it's wet. Don't.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Yes. Before, I mean, polish is used a lot on photo shoots. Anything that's got like a quick turnaround to get them in
Yep.
and done.
That makes sense.
With working on set, most of all my girls get gel polish.
Got it.
Because I'm not there every day. So I get them at the beginning of the week, get their nails done. Now they're done for the whole week. And then I see them again the following week. So it works out really good that way.
And do you have a favorite set you've been on?
There's been so many for me. Yeah, I don't know because everybody has its different little funness about it. Amsterdam was, I worked on Amsterdam,
TV
the
show.
movie.
Oh,
the movie. Amsterdam.
Yes.
Margot Robbie, Anya Taylor. Yeah, that's where I met Taylor Swift.
was on that movie.
She had a short little blip in there.
Yes.
I did her nails on that. And
The rest is history. And then you started doing her nails for red carpets. And do you love the red carpet stuff?
I do. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Because you can be a little more imaginative. They're allowing you to like, okay, this is the color of my dress. I want, this glitter and or this or that. So they're a little more open to do things unless the stylist puts a kibosh on it.
Got it. They're like, it doesn't match the
You're
match the dress.
No, don't do that.
Which happens, I
It
bet.
does happen. Or they decide, you know what? She's going to wear gloves. And I'm like,
After you did the nails? After you did the nails? What? And that's happened?
yep.
Were you just like, can I get a picture of
I
the
know.
nails,
It was like
please,
you're
tonight?
waiting for that moment. Perfect example was Taylor Swift. Her white dress
Yeah.
right before she announced her tour. She had gloves on for that. And I was like, she's wearing gloves.
You're like, I just did your
But
nails.
she took her gloves off when she went up on stage and had, so I got a little moment there
Okay.
of being able to see her nails there.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Do you do that? Do you see like, is that the first thing you kind of look at?
It is on
When you-
everybody.
Oh no.
You both are like,
Considering like, oh no. like, so
but
that's,
when you're watching it on,
Yeah,
you're
it's
watching
the
the
first
Grammys or
thing.
you're watching all of that and you see somebody with nails, you're like, lovely.
and you can
It's
really
just-
admire
yeah.
it. But it's interesting. I feel like that happens with a lot of, if someone's a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a wardrobe, the first thing they look at is always that.
Exactly.
But I would say I rarely look at people's nails unless it's like in my face. But obviously, when we finally worked together and you did my nails, I've been more noticing people's
notice
nails
it.
because I didn't again know it was really a thing. I was like, oh yeah, it's not just somebody goes, oh, I'm going to get my nails done. It's like, no, you put intention behind it and you go, I want them designed to match my outfit and do a whole look. And now I'm really paying close attention to that.
and you've gotten them done a couple of times because,
They're just press-ons.
okay. Because I was watching that when you were gone and you were on your little whirlwind tours, and I'd look at your hands and I'd be like, who's doing her nails?
Lisa, I wish I had you. Those are, I won't even say the brand. Like those are glue on, press on.
Hey.
That I can pop off at the end of the
works.
night. Because I can't function with nails. Like I've
Right.
learned,
It
like
takes a little bit.
I just, but I love getting them done.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how they feel for certain things.
Right.
But yes, those are
Right.
when I travel, I do the press-ons.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. That's all that matters.
But yours are so much better. But yes, I thank you. I'm at least, what's so crazy is like, you notice.
I totally noticed, but
noticed.
because I've also done your nails, so
Yeah.
it's like you're always like, oh, who's doing her nails?
No,
It
no,
just
trust
happens.
me. Lisa, if I get my nails done again for a red carpet in LA, when this industry picks up and we have to do that, you're going to be the first one I call.
Oh, thank you. I
I mean,
love
it's,
that.
yeah,
I love
it's
that.
just true. I do need to be more intentional about it is my problem too. It ends up being that thing that you think about at the last second.
minute.
And then you're like, oh, crap.
I don't have time for this. Exactly.
And
I
just-
get it.
You
It
didn't
happens.
schedule for it. You didn't plan for it. So I'm trying to be more intentional with that. I think the putting on the press-ons and doing the conventions and all the, those red carpets and stuff is really overseas has just
Yeah.
forced me to be like, no. When the industry in LA starts picking up and we start doing more red carpets, I'm going to really be intentional about it because it is part of the entire look.
Exactly.
Like
It finishes it.
it does.
And your hands are right there in front of people.
Yeah.
You pick up your cup.
You pick up an award, Lisa.
There it is.
Imagine you're winning an award.
Your nails are
Which
done
in
right
this
now.
moment, you just hold that. I'll be zooming in on your beautiful nails.
Oh.
It's so true. It's up there with like, those final touches of jewelry that you put on. And so I really just admire it. And I'm really sad that I didn't give it the attention it deserved for so long. And you really opened my eyes to the artistry that goes into it. But it's beautiful to see. So it sounds like red carpets are where you really get to like be more creative. Because sets and editorial sounds more clean.
Yeah. Editorial is definitely very simple, mostly your reds, your nudes, simple and pretty.
Yeah.
Unless it's a crazy editorial.
Yeah, where they want like something bright and weird and
And if
abstract.
you've noticed, if you've noticed, like even a lot of Target, we've been doing nail art on the models.
Yeah.
A girlfriend of mine, Rana, always has me help her on her shoots, and we've done nail art. And you see them in some of the Target ads or Walmart ads, and their hands are right there, or McDonald's, Taco Bell. I mean, all of those are starting to be a little bit better at getting us to do the nails and then do something fun. Let's put a little red stripe on somebody that's got a yellow nail for McDonald's ad. You know what I mean? Just something fun.
Yeah.
They're willing to test it out.
I think more people are doing it. I think it's because would you say for a while there it felt like everyone just had French tips?
Yep.
It was just French tip, French tip, French tip,
I
right?
was so tired of doing French. I was like, no, you don't want French.
You don't.
Nope.
You don't. I mean, now there's even the shapes. I mean, have you been part of the industry as it evolved? I mean, tell me all the shapes because all I know is almond.
Okay, there's almond.
Yes.
You've got your square.
Okay.
You've got your coffin, which is a square, but it's tapered on the sides. Yeah. You've got your round stiletto, which is your long pointy.
Now, is that a stiletto that you
This
have?
isn't a stiletto. This is kind of an in between a stiletto and an almond.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and it's a little more slender, but it's got the rounded tip versus a pointed tip. And the stilettos are very pointy, like dagger pointy.
And there's different lengths. All of those can be done at different lengths, correct? And now what length is this? Is this like
This is probably your medium to long.
that's still medium to long? Okay. It's so beautiful.
It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
That's fun.
Because so now, and that's grown though, right? That's not what it was like when you first started in the industry, correct?
No, it was always like square. Everybody was more square or soft, rounded square.
Maybe as people too.
There you go.
But yeah, so it's changed a lot.
Changed a lot.
And you've been a part of this entire journey in the nail industry.
Yes.
So did you, when it came out, you got to see it firsthand. Did you see it at a lot of these competitions too?
Yes. Yes,
Wow.
that's when you started really seeing it. And at the bigger competitions, like I said, the one that I did was in Montana. It was for mostly anybody that was in that immediate Montana, Idaho, Wyoming area that would come to those.
Yeah.
But there are bigger shows. Orlando, Florida in a couple weeks is a 3-day show. And in that 3 days, they have, it's like 2 football fields of products. Mostly it's hair than it is nails, but there's a lot of nail product companies there. There's hair product companies, and they're doing demos and they're doing hair coloring, cutting, showing the different barbering techniques. You can take classes. So it's like furthering education as well. And we teach classes with the company that I'm going with, and you learn nail designs and styles and different companies that are showing off their products and why you should use their stuff.
And is there anything new that's jumping out at you of late that's been like something you're like, oh, I'm excited to try this in the nail world? Is there anything new coming out?
Not that I know of right now.
Okay.
I think everybody is on the magnetic bandwagon right now.
What is that? What is the magnet?
Okay, so if you can kind of see my nails and see how it kind of like flips and changes in the coloration. So what it is a gel polish that you have to use a magnet to move the particles in it. So if you take a look at my nails, it's all one color. This is all one color, but you can see
It's like iridescent.
Yeah, you see the iridescence mostly towards like a French manicure.
Yeah.
Where we've moved a magnet to push those particles into that design.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But the magnet can't obviously touch
No,
nail
you're
polish.
just holding it above it.
And it moves it.
It moves it. It's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Your next nail appointment will be.
Oh my God. And I love the long ones like that. If you notice when I put the stick-on ones, they're always like super long. I love that. I love that it's constantly evolving and changing. So are you still doing red carpets now? Are you still doing editorials and stuff? And
I am.
and everything.
Right now, we are on hiatus. It is Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
So I work on the show Abbott Elementary. I've been on it for seasons 3, 4, and 5.
It's already been 6 seasons.
Going into season 6
Oh, yeah.
this fall.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you'll be doing that.
I'll be doing that. And I'm usually there with them once a week. At the beginning of the week, I get the ladies done.
Yeah.
Since there's several, there's Cheryl Lee, there's Janelle, there is Lisa and Quinta, Tyler, Chris Perfetti, and
Oh, you do all the men too.
we get the men done too.
No, with men, is it just, do you put
They're just doing manicures.
So they
We're
manicure,
just getting
clean it up.
Clean them up.
Got it.
And I have a girlfriend of mine, Vanessa, who comes with me and works with me on that show.
Wow.
So that we can get everybody done.
How did that start? Because that show's not a show that, like, Pomerelle, I get it. It's period piece. Their nails had to look a certain way. But with Abbott Elementary, like, how did that come to be?
Abbott Elementary, you got to think of, they are a Philadelphia-based school.
Yeah.
Philly women like their nails done. I ended up meeting the head makeup artist, Constance, and we actually were on something totally different together. We met, we kind of clicked. She goes, "Your nails are so cute. Can you do mine?" And I was like, "I would love to do your nails." I did her nails. And then she was like, "By the way, I'm on Abbott Elementary. Would you be interested in?" I'm like, "Yes, would love that."
Yeah.
So, yep.
Then that started, and
That
the rest
started
is history.
it. Yep.
It's such a great character choice because it is true when you think of, like, okay, this gives character to where we are in the world. And they're right. Like, especially teachers. My mom, who had her French tips, was a substitute teacher. Like, my mom always had her nails done.
Yeah.
And that wasn't in Philly. But you think, like, if that's part of the culture there is to, like, have your nails done.
And if you look back at some of the other seasons, you will see some of the other ladies that come in. I mean, it's a predominantly Black women, and they love their long nails.
They do.
And you'll see them with their nails. There was a few people that I did special nails for.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun working on that show.
Wow.
And Quinta is she's amazing. She's an amazing woman, and she's so much fun to work with.
Could you ever have imagined that this was going to be your life?
Not at all. And like some of the people that I've worked with, it blows my mind to think of it, because I got to work on the show Winning Time. And that's where Jamie Hess. Yes, you're Jamie, my Jamie. Yes. So Jamie is,
Yeah.
So that's kind of where her and I met, was on that. And we both worked with Sally Fields.
Oh.
Was that a dream of mine? Yes. Sally Fields. I grew up on Sally Fields movies. I mean, The Flying Nun.
Yes.
I mean, Gidget.
Yes. Oh my God.
I couldn't have asked for like moment.
And was it everything you thought
It was
and more?
everything. She is spectacular. She was just a wonderful lady. And it was so much fun working with her on that. And then she is the one that ended up telling the makeup artist for 80 for Brady. They brought me in for that.
To do all the women.
To work with them. So I got to do Rita Moreno, another icon. I got to make a set of nails for Jane Fonda. Make a set of nails for her. So
How does
was
that
fun.
work? How do you make a set of nails, since I know nothing about nails? How do you make a set of nails?
Well, it's like the press-ons. So they gave me like, this is what we want for color.
Got it.
Can you do something for this? And we've got her all sized out. We know what size she needs. I just created a bunch of nails. They approved what they liked, and I created 2 sets of nails for her so that she had them in case any of them popped off. They could just stick them right on.
They would just glue them on?
They were sticking them on with sticky tabs. So we had those little double-sided sticky tabs. Put them on the nails. You're done.
Lisa, I can get you. I could have
We
you
can
design
make-
my nails when I travel. Well, why'd you not tell me that, Lisa? I couldn't. I'm
We'll
buying
do it
them
from here on out.
Buying them from the drugstore. Like,
So if there's something specific that you're wanting, we size you out. I keep all your sizes so I know exactly what size you need.
Yes.
You could be in London and go, oh my gosh, I got an event. Can you ship me over a set of nails? I want this color with this kind of a design. Can you do this? Yep. I'll sit down and I'll start making them, put them in a box and send them to you.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We can do
okay,
that.
so we're going to talk more about that after. Because that
That
yes.
works for you.
Well, because it's just you need something quick and that's something that's beautiful that can go with the outfit. And then I'm just doing these press-ons that I can get for cheap at a drugstore because I'm
Right.
like, I don't know what to wear. They're always just nude because
Right.
at least it's a pretty
something.
nail. I would love that. So I didn't realize, wow, I feel so naive. And I think that's why sometimes I struggle with like what to ask because it's foreign to me.
Right.
I don't understand the world of nails. I didn't understand that you could actually make and design a nail specifically for someone.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, I have an actress that is in London filming.
Yeah.
So she's got two things going on. One, she's filming a movie where she needs no nails.
Okay.
But then two, she's got to go back to the show that she's filming.
Okay.
And her nails were very specific. We always did her nails. She would come home, I would do her nails, and then she'd go back.
Really?
Yeah, so she was home once a month.
Okay.
I'd get her nails done, and then she'd go back to either London or to New York to film.
Okay.
And so I was still able to get them done. Well, this time we weren't able to do that. So this time she was supposed to go back to the movie and have nothing on them, but then she wasn't coming back to be able to start the show again.
Yeah.
So I had to create her nails, her look for the show. So she took a couple sets of nails with her, and she'll just press those ones on until...
Now, what's the rule? How often can you reuse nails?
If you're careful with taking them off and you have extra sticky tabs, you can literally get tweezers, peel off the sticky pad, clean them back up with a little alcohol, put them back on, and you can go. As long as you haven't ripped them and bent them and damaged them. They can be, you can keep reusing them as long as you're careful with them.
Oh my God, we're going to have so many conversations after this. It's just really, but again, I just, it's hard to imagine that you ever could have foreseen any of this because it's just such an interesting, unique path. Do you meet people in your profession that knew from young age, or is it kind of, a lot of people are kind of like, I kind of got into this not knowing. I just love.
There's a lot of people that have gotten into it not knowing.
Yeah. Because it's something you don't, it's not broadcast. Like
No.
I never knew until I met you that this was.
And we're trying to make it a thing.
Yeah.
Because of Abbott Elementary, I had to join the union. Me and my girlfriend Vanessa are the only two manicurists in the union right now.
You're the only two?
Only two. Because it hasn't been a thing for manicurists to be in the union. Because a lot of your makeup people were putting press-ons on people, you know, on their actresses. And there's a lot of them that are tired of doing that. They don't want to do it. There are some that like the back and forth of being able to do both.
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from anybody else. But now we're in, and we're going to see where it goes from there, because now it just means that it's easier for us to get on the lots and be on set to do the nails versus not.
Was it hard to get on in the union? Did they make it difficult for you guys?
I don't think that, no, they didn't make it difficult.
Okay.
They made it pretty easy for us to get in. It just, the only thing that's hard about it for us is because we're nail techs, we're not on set with you guys all the time. We're there once a week, whereas makeup is there every day because they have to change you out every day. You don't have to get nails changed out every day.
No.
So for us to benefit from
And by saying that, you mean because the hours.
the hours.
So everything is logged by the hours.
Correct.
You know, so there, by union standards, you're being paid via hours, but you're not
Correct.
having to work that many hours.
Correct.
Got it.
So, and in order to get the benefits of medical and all those things, you have to have a lot of hours. There's no way, unless we were on set 3 to 4 days a week, the likeliness of us getting the hours to be able to log that in.
Would you want to do something where you do go from like 5 days a week, you just go from like, I do nails on this show on Monday, nails on this show on Tuesday, nails on this show on Wednesday. Would that be something you'd love to do, where like each day you're going and doing nails on a different show?
I would love to do it for 3 days a week, but not more than that. 3 days a week
Fantastic.
would be fantastic if I had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday gig, because I do live out towards San Diego. So,
Yeah. No, you love to live life.
and I love to live life.
I think that's always been clear. It's from when you were younger and just like, this is what I'm going to do and just going for it. I mean, you've definitely loved to live, and you
do.
live life in the moment, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's fun.
But what a fantastic. So I hope that evolves. I hope that there are more jobs you can do 3 days a week and that the union makes sense.
Yes.
Because it is something that usually as actors, unless you are getting something very specifically done to your nails, which I don't think I've ever had, it's mainly like having to cut your nails.
Right.
And usually it's just like, Danielle, your toes are going to be on camera today, so cut them. Here's the here's the clippers. And if I know my toes are going to be on camera before, I'm like, oh God, I need to go get a pedicure. You're as an actor usually having to take care of that yourself. At least, I mean, at my status, maybe other people way up, you have people, but just at being on a network television show, you handle it. You just go, okay, they're going to see it. I better do something about it.
Exactly.
And there's no one there to really take care of you in that. What a gift it would be to have the ability to be like, oh, treat it like
somebody on set to do this once a week. And for me, I'm willing to take care of several people so that it makes it worth it for them to bring me on. I think we all are. It's one of those things that most nail techs, they love working on shows.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is we're just now, we're underneath the makeup artists.
What does that mean?
The makeup artists are the ones that get all the accolades.
Yes. Makeup, special effects, all the makeup stuff, yes.
Exactly. So nail techs are still not on that roll of credits.
Got it.
Not on the credits yet.
Really?
We're trying to get that there.
So it's not on credits yet.
Like you wouldn't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we don't get the credits for that unless we post it ourselves.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's going to change. I just even thinking back on like when I did a show right after Station 19 and my character 100% was a character that would have nails. But I didn't know who to talk to and I didn't have time to get my nails done, but my natural nails grow pretty long.
Yeah, you've got beautiful nails.
So I remember I had to do a scene where I had to slide a contract. Didn't know it was going to be a close-up contract across the table. Thank God that I like had a little buffer nail file in my room and I was like, okay. And I was like, I'll use my left hand because my right hand, the nails break constantly.
See?
So I used my left hand for the shot and I was like, I hope this looks good because it's weird. But no one was there to look after that at all. And it would have been really nice. So even me as an actor, I'm going to be more proactive about on the next project, if it calls for it, obviously, or even if someone else calls for it, like get our nails done because it's part of the character. It's the same thing as a costume, makeup, hair. It is part of the character. Wow, you really opened up my eyes to something even I didn't even realize the conversation was going to go into today. Mm-hmm. It's really fascinating. So that's where you see your future. Is that where it is? Is more sets?
Yes.
Do you want to do more sets, more red carpets?
To. Yeah, and that is more consistent.
Yeah,
it has a consistency to it, so you can gauge your life upon that.
Yeah.
Versus, well, let's see what next month's going to hold.
Yeah. You just never can predict.
And the thing is there's been so many times when you get called last minute for things. I was on vacation for a week and as I was gone, I got 2 job offers. They called me on a Thursday. It was for a Saturday job, that Saturday. And I'm like, I'm out of town. Sorry, can't help you, but I can give you somebody else that could.
Why does that always happen?
Because nails are still the last thing people think of.
But even just vacations. Like you book a vacation, you're going to get a job. That happens, right? Every time?
It happened a couple of years ago. Louis Vuitton had a huge event in San Diego.
Okay.
They had a lot of people, press, stuff there, and they wanted nail techs. So they hired several of us. I think we had a team of 6 nail techs. Mm-hmm. I had booked a trip to Hawaii. This job came in. It was a good job. Like my $200 ticket to Hawaii was like, I'll go next. That's okay. I'll just put it off because I couldn't pass up this 5 days of work. And it was a blast to do that. And I had to push off the trip. I lost the ticket because I paid for it. It was one of those non-refundable tickets, stupid things.
So in that case, at least you got to do the job.
I got to do the job and I got to pay for my ticket. It didn't matter. So it was well worth it.
Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Where do you see yourself from here?
Hopefully on some island retired.
Is that?
No, in about 10. I'm hoping 10 years. I'm going to give myself another 10 years.
Okay.
Would like it I did want it at the age of 50, but that wasn't happening. So we just keep pushing it back every 5 years.
Do you think that even in retirement, though, do you feel you would still do people's nails, like friends and stuff?
Probably.
Like you'd still do the random, whoever needs it, whenever they need it type thing?
Best friend, kids,
Yeah. So you'll never stop that.
No.
Do you still wake up in the middle of the night having those kind of like ideas, inspirations around design?
Not really. Not that much. I think most of the designs and stuff come from seeing different kinds of artwork. I love art. So when you look at some art and colors, lines that they've got going, you're like, oh, that would look amazing on a nail.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see different things in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But
I would
yeah,
love to go to a museum with you
it would be fun.
and just be like, you think that would look cool on a nail? Do you think that would look?
We just take pictures and you come home and you start going, okay, let's dissect this and redo it in a different way on little tiny canvases.
Little tiny canvases, I know.
They're little tiny canvases. Yep.
They really are.
And figuring out how to get a certain look in a small space
Yeah.
and still read what you want it to read.
Have you ever done one that's like something across the nails? So basically it had to be a continuous something, like a visual that had to be continuous?
I've done a lot of where you start it and make it look like water coming through. And it just like flows through. Or
Looking back on your life, anything you would have changed? Anything you would have done differently?
actually, no.
Love that.
No, I think life is where it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to be. So you grow, you learn from each mistake, advancement, and you move forward,
Yeah.
and hopefully it carries on. It keeps flowing in a good way. And I don't like being upset. I don't like being mad, and things don't anger me because it's too much of a waste of time. Yeah. I just try to move forward. Like some people would get upset. Well, I didn't get this job and I didn't get that. And I just, you know what? It's where it's supposed to be, and something better will come along and it'll be good.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
You just have that faith and that belief that it's all meant to be. Wow. You've had an amazing career and it's not over.
It's been a fun career. I've done some really fun stuff with especially the different companies that I've worked for. Creative Nail being one, which turned into C&D, and then OPI I've done stuff with, which I love working with that crew of people.
Yeah, I was going to ask about OPI. And C&D. Okay, now I know when you say C&D, I've seen that on bottles.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yes.
Okay, because when you say it like that, I'm like, wait, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So creative nail design, that's what it stands for. Now I know.
Exactly.
You've also been a part of like so many new products have come out over the years. Like I remember it was
So many.
vegan nail polish and gels that are different things and fast setting normal nail polishes that aren't gels.
Exactly. And gel polish, gel in itself has been out for ages, but I was always an acrylic person.
Okay.
So I didn't want nothing to do with gels, because when gel came out, well, when you look at gel and a hard gel, it's like playing with honey. It's playing with thick honey, and it's sticky, and it moves and it shifts. So if you're not quick with it, and it doesn't set up until you hit it with a UV light. Whereas an acrylic, it's a monomer, it's a polymer. You mix them together, you have a few seconds to move that stuff around and get it right where you want it, and it's starting to dry.
Got it.
Whereas gel wasn't. It wasn't until they said, well, we're going to send you to Germany to learn how to do gels. Okay, I'm in. I'm going.
You got to go to
Germany.
You said you traveled. So you traveled when you were doing this for C&D back in the day. You were traveling internationally.
Yep.
And they were teaching you.
That one was schooling for us to learn how to do gel with their product, with the product that they created. There's been many times where I went to New Zealand for 2 weeks teaching and educating for C&D, other nail techs. We'd go into their salons. We'd teach them how to use this product, or anything new and upcoming. It was amazing.
With every trip, you also got to explore the world. So doing nails has taken you from film sets to red carpets to internationally all over the world.
Yes.
Wow.
Meeting people left and right. I mean, people that use your products that are in London. I had to send Allison Janney, she's, I do her nails here, but then she needed her nails done for something else. So I got a hold of somebody in the UK for her to go to.
It's a community.
It's a network. It's a community, and it's amazing.
What would you say to someone out there that is even thinking about, because I think this is going to inspire people that are, I am inspired by it, just even knowing it exists. But if someone out there's like, this speaks to them, what would you tell them to do? What should they do? What's the first thing?
First thing is go to school. Go to school, get your license to do it. Write everything down. If there's something that inspires you, put it down on a piece of paper and go towards it. Put it up so that you can see it, imagine it, focus on it. You never know where it's going to take you. And it took me how many years before I started in this part of the industry? I was behind a table for most of my life. It wasn't until this last probably 15 years that I've been on set doing stuff.
And does that correlate with moving back to California?
Yes.
Do you have any regrets about leaving California and moving to Montana and Idaho?
Nope. I have no regrets whatsoever.
Good.
I mean, my girls are my world and I love them. And so they got to grow up in a really cool area. You know, there were some things that were crazy in those areas, but you just move forward and enjoy.
But how beautiful your trajectory. I mean, and also the fact that I think you go with the flow so much that you're born in California so close to all these things that eventually you came back to. But who would have ever thought that you would go to Montana and Idaho, start a family, switch from hair to nails, to then come back to California, to then start basically another chapter of your life. How old were you when you moved back to California?
I've been back for 20 years now.
I wouldn't know your age, Lisa, because you look so young.
So let's see,
I don't mean to, we don't have to say it if you don't want to. If you do not want to say your age, you're totally fine.
It was 38?
Like that's
39?
Most people think at that time in their life, they're like, oh, whatever I'm doing, this is how I'm going to do it. You know, you're basically exploded into a whole new chapter at that point in your life.
Right.
And I'm sure you were wondering, like, did that go through your brain? Like, I'm going through a divorce, I'm moving back home, and what am I doing with my career?
Yeah. I was just...
Did that cross your mind, or were you like, no? Like,
no,
honestly,
I was like, well, we'll see what happens. And Creative Nailed It was right there. So I always had that as my fallback because I was always teaching and educating with them. But when I moved back, I went straight to their corporate office and I started working at the corporate office, like on their hotline.
Oh, wow.
So I was answering questions for nail techs that were calling in going, I'm having trouble with this product. What is it that I'm doing wrong? Well, let's walk through your system. Let's walk through what you were doing and let me talk you through it. So it was kind of like fun that way. And that was a whole different thing too, to do that versus being behind the chair.
It's just such a fantastic journey that you've been on.
It's been fun. And you've just brought up all of this. So it's like, whoa, wait a minute here.
When you lay it out in a linear form like that, you know, I think it kind of does this thing where you kind of go, wow. And I always love bringing, showing because you couldn't have planned most of that.
No.
If any of it. Nope. Like you really couldn't. Besides going to school to go to cosmetology school when you did and making that decision, you kind of make decisions throughout life not fully knowing where they're going to lead you.
Exactly.
And
because moving to Montana, I had to get my licensing over there.
Oh, you had to redo it too.
I had to, get some.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, I had worked here, so I was able to bring notices from my former employers.
Got it.
And take it to state board. But I still had to take a written test because their hours were more than our hours here in California. So you didn't have reciprocity. So it was just that you couldn't just, oh, well, I got a California license, so I can just get a Montana license? No, you had to apply and do all that. So it was just this evolving.
But you always evolved.
Yeah.
You always pivoted.
You have to pivot.
And you
just got to okay, well, let's see where this takes me next and go from there. So it's been an amazing ride.
Yeah,
That's
shows.
for sure.
It's very inspiring, Lisa.
I love it.
I just want to say it's very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
Because you took something that I don't think, like I said, for people out there that are listening, that might not even know it's an option.
What's actually behind it all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people see, oh, I'm in the film industry. Yeah. And some of the nail techs, it was funny. We had one nail tech that had come to a hair show that was here in Pasadena, a hair nail show. Yeah. She was kind of a little flippant about like, oh, this is what we're doing, coming to a show? Because she's worked on set ever since she started. And I said, wait a minute, young lady. I says, you're lucky that you get to do the things you get to do. But can you do a nail like this? And I would take her over to a booth where they did these long extended nails. And she was like, oh, yeah, it's a whole different ball game here. You've got your professional side of things. And then you've got the fun, let's polish nails on set side. So it's getting everybody to know what there is out there. There's more than just being on set. There's more than just being behind the chair. There's companies that you can work for, educate for, learn from, people that are just amazing in the industry that are so much fun to be around.
It shows, and it shows that you really love it.
I do.
It really does. And we didn't even get into a conversation about cuticles. Just a whole different thing I'll never understand.
Yeah.
I just have always been fascinated by them. I don't understand them. And then when they get taken away, in a sense, when they're getting cleaned up, I also don't understand why they're there to begin with.
Your cuticles are there.
Please give me an educational lesson in
They are
cuticles.
there to protect the matrix of your nail.
What does that mean?
Okay.
What are we protecting? Why are we protecting the matrix of my nail?
Your nails are 100 to 150 layers thick.
What? 150 layers thick of what?
Of keratin. So what your hair is made out of, that's your nails.
And it's 150 layers?
You see that little white area on the cuticle line down, that little...
Down here? Yes.
That's lanula. That is your
Okay.
lanula. That white little area is your softest area of your nails. So your nails are forming back there. And as it forms back behind your cuticle, back here, your nails are being compressed. So it's like sheets of they're like white little bubbles, and they're starting to compress and press and get nice and thin, press out. It's like little sheets of keratin being pressed out.
So it's almost thicker back here is what you're saying.
No, it's your thinnest area. So that's why the cuticle is protecting that area. So if you say you jam your finger, your cuticle, and it hurts, and you end up with like a little red line or those little white spots that come out on your nail.
The white spots.
Because you might have damaged back there, and it traps it. It traps these little bubbles of keratin, and it doesn't allow it to flatten properly.
Oh my gosh.
So everybody is like saying they're calcium deficiencies and they're this and they're that. Yeah, no.
It's just damage.
It's just a little damage that, and it grows out. You notice it
Yeah, it
just
always
comes
goes
right
away.
out and goes away.
So why, when you're getting your nails cleaned up, do you remove that cuticle usually?
The cuticle is actually, there's your skin, your eponychium, which is
one's
the
the
skin.
This.
The skin,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, sorry. Middle finger. Let's use this finger.
Is your skin. But when you start to push back the eponychium,
Yes.
you have a sticky layer of skin. It almost looks white in color, and when you push on it, it like it's hard to push.
Yeah.
That's the true cuticle. So it's like an onion layer of skin that attaches to the nail and grows out onto the nail. So by pushing it back, it helps to keep your eponychium and your cuticle intact so that it protects the nails. Then your nails don't become dry. And you know how like sometimes you let it go and it like peels back and you have these little hangnails?
Yes.
The skin starts and it hurts?
Yes.
Because you end up pulling it off? Mm-hmm. So it's because that onion layer of skin is pulling and drying.
And is that the
So
same
that's
as
why
on the sides or no? Because then you're dealing with different skin on the sides.
No,
on the
it's still, your cuticle goes from right all the way around.
Oh, wow.
All the way around the nail. So it just kind of cleans up and you just move it back. It keeps reattaching back lower, but it helps protect the nail.
Is it dead skin?
Yes.
Because that's
Just like your nails. Is like they always like to say, let my nails breathe. Well, your nails don't have lungs. They don't breathe because
people
it's
say that?
not. Yeah.
People say let your nails breathe.
Because if you pinch the end of your nail,
pinch it?
that you don't feel that.
No.
You don't feel nothing. But if you pinch the nail bed, because the blood flow in the nail bed, that's what you're feeling. The nails don't, it's keratin. It's like pinching your hair. You can't feel anything.
So it's just dead.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. It's just growing out.
It's just growing.
Yep. And it sheds. And if we don't keep them moisturized, that's why they curl or they bend and break. If they snap, you don't have enough moisture in your nails.
So that's a moisture thing. Mm-hmm. Can that also be how much water you're drinking and hydrating as well?
Yes.
So it's external and internal. Mm-hmm. So it's really, and do you use oils to try to keep the nails?
Oh, yeah.
So lots of oils. And is that mainly for the cuticles?
Yeah, cuticles and for your nails. It's good hydration all the way through.
So hand lotions, cuticle oils, trying to
And
think
we
of
always
all
say
the things.
cuticle oil, the best time to have that is at night before you go to bed. You do your facial routine, put a little cuticle oil on. It allows it to absorb into your nails at the best time because you're not washing your hands constantly.
or touching things and having it rub off and
Exactly.
stuff. That makes sense. Okay, so my cuticle oil, and I'm learning all my lessons. So cuticle oil is at the end of the night. I obviously would never do anything to my cuticles, but a proper technician would.
And the best way to maintain your cuticles, you yourself, when you're in the shower and you're using your wash rag and your hands are nice and wet, massage them back.
Just push it back.
Push it back
in the shower
with a wash rag.
Great. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Because
Okay,
they're the
great.
softest. So this is the best time to push it back yourself.
So just push those back. Just shape them when I can.
Yep.
But no, I was very fascinated about cuticles. They've always fascinated me. I never really understood. And I always, you see people, there's things happening. I don't know what's happening, but stuff's happening and it makes it look prettier. So now I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for walking me through the cuticles as well.
You're so welcome.
Is there anything in the world of nails that I didn't ask you, since I am oblivious to nails?
No, I think we've gone over that. I think the different kinds of nails there are. There was like press-on nails. There's Gel-X nails.
Yeah.
There's enhancements that you're sculpting out. So there's a lot of different things in that aspect, but that's kind of more professional. Like
I know, I would like to be
you're
like, what does that
just
mean?
do them. just make them look nice. I'm good. And here's the colors that I want.
Yeah.
That's all you.
But that's what the beautiful thing is if you have someone who's amazing, you can say that to them and you turn it into magic.
I always like to let everybody know what I am doing, what I am using on them, because you never know when you take off and you go to London or something like that and you need to get your nails done and I just did your nails, you're like, what do I got on them? But if you know, you can at least go in and tell, I have a soft gel on my nails. They're my natural nails with just a soft gel overlay and gel polish. Well, okay, and they'll know it.
You'll be now making all of the ones I bring with me to press on now that I've learned.
I'd be more than happy to.
Do you want to do the sweet and savory quiz, the rapid round?
I would love to.
Okay. Do you think you're sweet or savory?
I'm going to say savory.
I'm excited to find out. Why did you choose apples and brie? Just it sounded good?
Yes, it did.
I kind of figured when we were texting, I was like, I think she's just like, that sounds delicious.
Sounds
Let's
wonderful.
do
I
that.
haven't had apples and brie in a while, so I was like,
Now, I've designed this quiz today for the first time ever in the podcast history. There's going to be a round that's designed specifically for you. Round 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Waffles or tacos?
Tacos.
Romantic comedy or psychological thriller?
Psychological thriller.
Fresh flowers or scented candles?
Scented candles.
A quiet bookstore or a loud concert?
Loud concert.
Golden hour or midnight?
Golden hour.
Apologize first or wait for an explanation?
No, wait for an explanation.
Silk or leather?
Ooh, silk.
People pleaser or truth teller?
Oh, I think I'm going to go with people pleaser.
A warm hug or a firm handshake?
Warm hug.
Ask for permission or ask for forgiveness?
Forgiveness.
Agreed. Doubt yourself or double down?
Double down.
Emotional or analytical?
Analytical.
Safety or risk?
Risk.
Second chances or one strike and you're out?
Second chances.
Be adored or be respected?
Respected.
Heart on your sleeve or cards close to your chest?
Heart's close to my chest.
Seek advice or trust your gut?
Seek advice.
Did you say heart close to your chest?
Yes.
So sorry. Heart on your sleeve or cards close to your chest?
Oh.
So did you mean cards close to your chest?
Cards close to my chest.
I was like, wait a second. Then the second one, seek advice or trust your gut?
Seek advice.
Nostalgia or the future?
The future.
Forgiveness or boundaries?
Boundaries.
Team player or lone wolf?
Team player.
Now. Nude polish or crimson red?
I'm going to say nude polish.
Short and classic or long and dramatic?
Long and dramatic.
High glam or effortless chic?
High glam.
Trust the process or pivot on the fly?
Pivot on the fly.
Quiet luxury or loud statement?
Loud statement.
A sleek runway or a gritty movie set?
Gritty movie set.
Flawless precision or creative chaos?
Creative chaos.
Match the outfit or steal the show?
Steal a show.
Timeless vintage or bold trendsetter?
Bold trendsetter.
Behind the scenes or in the spotlight?
Behind the scenes.
That was so much fun to do. Okay, let me tell
That
you.
was a good one.
You are savory. You are so savory. Like, I was noticing, I was like, I did not click a lot of sweet answers. A lot of your answers are savory. You are savory without question.
Oh, that's
you were
so
right.
cool.
You knew yourself. So many people get very close to sweet or savory, even though they're like, I'm sweet, and they're like super close. They're in the middle, but that was very easily savory. So you know yourself very well. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh, you're so welcome.
And I can't wait for you to have you design all of my nails that I'll travel with.
Okay, well, I'm going to hold you to it now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thank you.